Hey guys, Ralph Havens here, Beyond Limits. And something miraculous happened this last few weeks that I've been telling my clients about, and I'll tell you about it later. But something came to me as I was finishing up my first part of my morning today and about to start a really cool part of the day. And it's all been really cool. So one of the things though is how do you know when something is a miracle or a sign from God or a sign from the universe or a sign from somebody, your higher self, that's telling you some information that, some kind of like, what do you do? Do you move? Do you get a new job? Do you take that class? Do you work with a coach? Um, what do you do with your business or your life? If there's sometimes there's a sign, and other times it's like, well, maybe it's just a coincidence. So how do you know? And I've got something really cool where you don't even have to absolutely know for sure what it means, but you can still use it. So the last couple of days on my run, I've been running by a house that I run by when I do this one trail run, and um, Jen and I have been thinking, like, what are we doing? Are we going to move? Or are we going to stay? I love Bellingham. Bellingham, best trail town, best town, little town, right next to the best big city on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. But we're like, man, do we move? Because there's lots of uncertainty about what's going on in the world and how to live as a free person, and so we're considering stuff. And the last couple of days I've run by this house and just happened to glance over. I don't always glance over, and somebody with big white chalk or something on their garage door wrote home, HOME. And for some reason it struck me like it feels like a sign. This feels like home. I mean, I like this place. I love this place. I've dreamed about this place. It's like I run on trails that I didn't even dream were as good as they are, and have a really cool life up here. So I took it to mean I believe we're home. But then what if it's not? What if it's not? Like I also have a shoulder that's kind of bugging me because I fell on the trail quite a few months ago now, and it's still kind of sore when I try to lift it up. At least I can run. But is that a sign? Is that a sign? Am I on the wrong path? Is my not able to use my right hand for something? Does it mean something? So here's a really cool. You could call it a mindset hack. You could call it a manifestation hack. You could call it a way to make things happen. It's really cool, and it's so simple that most people will miss it, and most people won't do it because it's so simple. And but my one-on-one clients really get it because it makes a big difference in their life, in their money, in their business, in their relationships, in everything, in their health. So it's real simple. And what you can do is, like, say you run by something and you see something like that, like I saw the word home, and I thought, does that mean we're here? Is this it? Or I've got this shoulder and it's like, oh man, does that mean something? What does that mean? And what you can do next is just put your attention inside your body. And like I said, most people won't do this because your mind will start to like tell them to do something else. We've got to think, we got to scroll, we got to do something. Can't have any empty space. If there's empty space, I get really nervous. Where's my phone? So most people won't do it. But if you can put your attention inside your body, and if you can stay with it and not try to run away from it or make excuses why you can't do it or say it's too simple, if you can actually just stay with the physical sensation, then whether it's a sign from God, like home, or just a coincidence, you just happen to have a sore shoulder, or whatever it is, whatever you notice, you can then take another notice and notice what's happening in your body. And I'm certain that if you do this, now something magical starts to happen. But the thing is, you got to do it, and you got to stay on it. And if you stay with the sensation, the physical sensation, until it's done, it might move around a little bit. It might stay where it is. It might come and go. But if you stay with it till it's done, till it's really done, and it's like, well, I don't feel it, then just go about your day and notice what you notice, and notice what's different, and notice when you try to just like autocorrect and go, oh, that's just weird, or oh, that's a coincidence, or that's not a miracle, that just happened, you know? Because I'll tell you the other part of that story. Months ago, A couple months ago, I was running by this trail. I've told this story to my clients numerous times because it's just incredible and it's easy to start to like think, did that really happen? But what happened was somebody cut a tree down. It's an arboretum. So the city, it would have to be the city. You don't just go in and cut a tree down in this city park unless you're part of the city, right? But there was a big tree. It was like twice as big as me, 3 times as big as me, really, cut down about 1.5 feet off the ground. And I would go stand on it and look at the bay. It was in a very specific spot right before a hill before you go to this university. I mean, it's on a 1/4 mile trail, connector trail, and in a very specific spot. And I would go stand on this stump. And a few weeks ago, I ran by it and the stump wasn't there. And I thought, well, that's weird. Maybe did they take the stump out? That's a lot of work, a lot of money, and it's going to disrupt the land. And I went and looked, and the land wasn't disrupted. The ivy was there, the little pine, all the little droppings from the trees were there, the leaves. And I'm like, this land right here where the stump was hasn't been disturbed. That stump never was there. And you could think, well, that's dumb, Ralph. You missed it. It's a different trail. It's not a different trail. So I realized, oh yeah, the idea of parallel universes, the ancient yogis that say, these rules of the universe are more like suggestions. The rules of quantum physics that say electrons are popping in and out of existence. And there's a lot of high-level quantum physics that say that every little atom of us is popping in and out of existence. So where do we go when we're not here? And do we pop into the exact same spot, or are words spelled a little differently in this universe? Is there something a little different that you go, oh, that's just weird, I must have missed it? You just auto-correct it and just fill in the gaps of what you expect to be there. So what you can do if you like, and like I said, most people won't do this. What you can do is whatever you notice, like maybe it's a sign from God, or maybe it's not. Just take an extra moment and notice what's happening in your body. And just see if maybe the universe is a little more magical than you've been led to believe. So I'm about to go start the next part of my day. Have a great day. If you want to be guided through that process, I've got a 19-minute video for you. It's free, ralphhavens.com/peace process. ralphhavens.com/peace process. I'm on a mission to help people heal so that we can heal the world. And there's a lot of good hearts out there, and let's go make something happen, okay? All right.